She came out the barn door with the dildo. Did you hear that? Yeah, that's it.
Covey leader to identify Baker T. Rambo, Mesner, Ortega, Coletta, Jorgensen, Danforth, Barry, Krakauer.
Hey, are you Dirty Mike?
How you fellas doing?
And now you're Rolling Road with Krakauer and Dirty Mike.
This is Colonel Trump. Talk to me, Johnny.
Thanks for the F Shack. Love Dirty Mike and the boys.
All right, Rolling Road. It's Dirty Mike.
Krakauer.
What's up, man?
What is up? How is everybody doing out there? It's been a minute.
Yeah, well, I burned my beard.
Dude,
All right, let me explain.
were you growing it out?
Well, I was trying to, but yeah, I went and I was barbecuing, right? And I had the charcoal going, right, where it just turned white. And I noticed it had a big ass flame going, and it was too close to the porch, right?
Okay.
So I closed the lid because the handle is on the lid, right? So I had to close the lid, and I pulled it out from the porch, and then when I opened the lid, it just went poof, and and I was like, wow, and then I didn't notice anything, but then I was like, because I feel my beard all the time. I felt my beard, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? And I looked in the mirror, and I had these little burn twisties all over my face.
You couldn't smell that shit?
I did smell it. I
Oh,
smelled
my
it for like
God.
2 days. I was like, holy shit.
How bad did it get?
It was pretty bad. It cut about a quarter inch off.
Damn it,
It
man.
got my eyelashes. It got my fucking it's crazy.
You about to go full beard again, though?
Well, I was gonna try, but now I had to. So today, I went to use my clippers. I got home and I was like, well, I'm gonna use my clippers.
Yeah.
And then I go turn my clippers on, and motherfuckers won't work.
What?
So I was like, damn it, I'm gonna just go to Sports Clips. I went to Sports Clips today and got all straightened out, but damn, I was like smelling like burnt hair for 2 days.
They shave your beard and everything like that at Sport Clip?
Yeah, I mean now
Really?
they do. Yeah, they went during the the first part of the pandemic. They didn't do that shit.
Yeah, no, they ain't scraping shit off your face.
But today I was like, yeah, she's like, yeah, it's gonna take a good bit off. I'm like, just go ahead and do it so we can get rid of this.
Well, winter's right around the corner, right? So if you're thinking about a beard, man, I don't know. I might bring back the big old beard, man. I don't know. It's been a minute. I haven't grown a beard. Every time I do, my wife, after like 5 days, like, you look like a homeless there. Shave. And I'm like, I'm trying to grow a beard.
Yeah, well, you see, I didn't have a beard when I was in the Navy. I had to shave every day.
Yeah.
And before that, I really didn't. I had a goatee, but it wasn't, as thick as it is now. But after shaving every day for like 4 years, when I got out, I didn't shave anymore. So I've had a beard ever since then.
Yeah.
And it's kind of grown in really good. So, I'd like to get it back to how long I had it before, but it takes some time.
Yeah, I kind of keep it clean for the wife all the time. Just this right here to hide that double chin,
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, I agree with my wife. She's not wrong. I mean, after like 2 weeks of not shaving, I literally look like an alcoholic, that hasn't slept in 2 days. Just like, oh, fuck everybody, But it's just a beard. It takes time,
Oh, I made another huge mistake too.
Oh yeah, what's that?
I became TikTok friends with my daughter, and then I watched her TikTok videos.
The madness. You can't do that, man. Especially with what, you got a 12-year-old now?
Yeah, well, she's about to turn 13, and it just hit me out of nowhere. I was like, oh, let's see what's going on, and then I saw her TikTok videos. I'm like, nope.
Dog, I'm not watching my child dance in 20 different videos.
What am I supposed to do? I can't
Right.
get on to her about it because she's had it on there for a while.
Well, I'm sorry.
Take
There
her
is a
TikTok
line.
away,
There is a
phone away.
line, though. I mean, it depends. I mean, if you're
It's
wearing
nothing
some
crazy,
skin,
really.
okay, then. I
It's
mean,
nothing
if it ain't
crazy,
bad or
crazy.
nothing, then.
But It's little girl shit.
It makes
so.
you uncomfortable though as a dad, don't it? I see my kids do it. I got a 9-year-old and 7-year-old, and they ain't doing nothing crazy, just kid shit, and it's still like, I don't know. What are they gonna be like when they're 16? This is all they do. They can only speak TikTok. It's like a second language, right?
Well, now I gotta see who the hell's following her and make sure it's no fucking 30-year-old dudes so I can kick their ass.
That's the scary part. And the good part about my kids that do TikTok is we have a private account. Theirs isn't public, We don't let just any Joe Schmo watch it. It ain't gonna happen, man. People are fucking crazy nowadays.
Yeah, speaking of people are crazy. This Texas crowd in Fort Worth, Texas, turns on a gunman who kills one, and then they stone him to death with gardening stones.
That's
you heard
right.
about this
Yes,
shit?
sir, I did. Yeah.
That's crazy.
We're going
man.
back to medieval times around here, people. Okay.
Stoned them to death.
Yes,
right
sir.
here. I mean, Texas is known for having guns in the first place. They have, everybody's got a gun. So I'm surprised the guy didn't get shot by somebody.
Absolutely surprised this reads stoned to death right here.
Yeah. And they just started grabbing gardening stones and they got them. It's pretty cool though.
Unless that's what Texans call bullets. They're like, yeah, man, those are 45 caliber stones.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But hey, man, that's instant karma. That's instant justice. That's, this guy's fucking running around shooting people.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Not to mention B-Man totaled that little Honda you had.
B-Man. I didn't think we were going to talk about that, but he just brought it up.
Well, you can't go without talking about it. Well, we'll just mention it.
My wife bought a Honda Accord brand new, 2001. It was her favorite car, 2-door, sport, V6, VTEC is what she always wanted, right? So we had that car for for 7 or 9 years, something like that.
Yeah.
And we ended up selling it for B-Man for his first car for $1,000. And unfortunately, it's no longer with us. Let's have a moment of silence for the Honda, shall we?
Yeah.
All right, that's about enough for a $1,000 car.
Well, I mean, we went up there, we got his stuff out of it, and we were like, "Yeah, fuck this car." This
is what I told B-Man. For one, dude, pick your fucking head up. Come on, it's your first car. Almost every one of my buddies, including myself, wrecked your first car.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wrecked my first.
And then
car.
for two, it was a $1,000 car, dog. I mean, come on. I'm not saying you're made of money or anything over here, but
you'll get
it's gonna happen, man. And your whole life's not gonna fall apart and whatever, man. But
make sure when you wreck the next one that you walk away without being totaled. So
that's how you gotta do it. But yeah, about the car being trash though, that's what I did with my first car because I ran a red light at like 55 and smacked a dump truck in the side. Didn't do nothing in the dump truck, but completely destroyed my car. Totaled. Dashboard was in passion. It was fucking a mess.
I had somebody run in the back of me, and that was the worst one because I'm just sitting there in the middle of an intersection.
Yeah,
and I just happened to look at my mirror and see this car coming at me going like 80 miles an hour.
Well, damn, Michael got to see his neck about to break.
And hit me, and I'm like, what the fuck? I got out and started just cussing this lady, and I drove the car around with a fucked up rear end for 2 weeks, and then the insurance company's like, yeah, it's totaled, so we'll go ahead and you bring it here, and then we'll give you the money for it.
That's how they do it, man.
Yeah, but
I let them keep my first car because it was an $85 tow bill. Like, they forced me to take an ambulance ride to the hospital because the wreck was so bad. But I was fine. I told them I didn't want to go whatever I had to go. So when I get out of the hospital, I want my car. You know what I mean? And I can't remember the wreck that much. So I'm like, I'm going to get my fucking car.
Yeah.
So I get to the impound place, whatever it is, garage, whatever, where my car was, and it is fucking totaled. And I was like, holy shit. And he's like, yeah, you owe us $85 tow bill. I was like, you can just keep the car. And he's like, yeah, I'll trade you. And I sold the title over right there for it.
Try $160 nowadays.
Yeah, right.
They just straight up rob you now. They want $160 to tow it to their lot. They won't tow it to your house.
And nowadays, that's about all you're getting for scrap for that car is about $160, $150. They don't pay shit for cars
and then
more.
if you want to get it back, you got to go up there and you got to pay your $160 plus your $15 a day storage fee. And then you pay that, and then you got to turn around and pay them another $160 to tow it to your house.
Is that what they want right now with the Honda?
That's what that's what they're trying to do.
I told B-Man, I told him to keep the fucking car. It's total. We don't want the shit. Keep the car. Here's the title. Slide right over. I don't owe you shit.
Yeah, but so we've been looking around for a new car, for another used car.
Yeah.
But used car prices have inflated. I was looking at this, 37% or $7,500 an average. So it's like, if you get a used car that's fairly new, then it's going to be marked up completely. And then now because of that, all these people that have used cars that they're selling, they're marking up their prices too.
Yeah.
So what we would have considered an $800 car 7 months ago is like people are trying to sell for 1,500 to 2,000 right now.
Well,
And
lately it seems because of COVID, there's this bullshit inflation the public's putting on everything. Like everybody thinks they got a fucking diamond now.
Yeah.
Seriously, like the biggest shit pile car, and they're like, no man, I'm $3,000 for that thing. I swear to God. But yeah, like B-Man was saying earlier, it doesn't have an ignition and I don't have the key. $3,000 in shares, you know?
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, that's not a hot car or nothing.
We were looking at a couple on Facebook Marketplace, and there's some people out there that are still selling cars for a reasonable price.
There are, yeah. Me and B-Man were just looking.
Yeah. Well, the problem is that when you buy a used car, you have to make sure it runs and drives, and then at the same time, there's all these people out there that are selling lemons, and you got to make sure that you're coming out with something that if it does have any problems, that you got to be able to you'll be able to easily fix it. Instead of having something that you got to change a motor in or change the transmission in or something like that. So it's a little bit of a hassle to try to find something. And you never know. I mean, there's no lemon laws here in South Carolina.
No.
So it's like if you walk, only lemon laws we have apply to new cars.
Mm-hmm.
So if you leave or pre-owned cars, things like that from a dealership. So if you leave somebody's yard with a car, I mean, it's your responsibility when you leave the yard. It's yours. So you can't turn around and try to sue that guy or nothing.
Well, the best thing you can do, man, is bring your most mechanically inclined friend with you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even if he's an asshole guy that that's just good with cars and you don't even like the guy, take the son of a bitch with you. Take somebody, if you don't know what you're looking at, take someone with you. You know what I mean?
I know a couple of asshole guys that think they know everything about cars.
Been there, done that before, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well,
but it doesn't matter. You can buy vehicles from the dealership, dude, and you're still gonna get shit on lemons. This is what I try to tell everybody every day. Like, one guy walks into Dodge right now and buys a Hellcat. 2 weeks, the transmission blows. This guy walks around the rest of his life. Fuck Dodge, I hate Dodge, right?
Yeah.
But 100 customers after him all have Dodges that are lasting 100-something thousand miles. Never had a problem with my Hellcat.
Yeah.
She'll bust your ass right now.
Well,
Dude, any brand new car could be a lemon off the lot for some unknown reason. They're mass-produced vehicles, but
right.
the bad part is everybody. That's why people hate Fords, hate Chevys. Like, oh man, I had a Ford one time and it broke. Fuck Ford, And I'm like, yeah, you've owned like 15 of them to make that comparison, right?
Every car, every mechanic knows this. Every car is a piece of shit.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, they're designed to break people. It's a monopoly.
I'll tell you one car that's really caught my attention this week. 2022 Camaro, the Copo Camaro, right?
Yeah.
Has the largest V8 in production. They're only producing like 200 of these things. 572 cubic inches, or 9.4 liters, 727 horsepower straight from the factory.
So you can tell by the way you talk, this gets you excited.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm looking at $150,000 price tag. What are they selling the car for? Did you even look up the price?
Yeah, it's about that.
I guarantee it. I mean, they always put these astronomical numbers on these cars.
Well, there's only 200 made too, but like that's what I'm saying.
That's to keep the value of it up, so later on down the road it keeps building more money. It's a monopoly too. I get it, but why don't you mass produce like that car for us?
I just think I think it's awesome. It's got a 572.
It sounds like a Hellcat.
Probably Hellcat killer. Yeah.
I mean, 727 horsepower at a 9.4 liter.
Hellcat's got more horsepower than that, but with a 572, there's a lot of potential. Like if you put a supercharger on top of that, then because the Hellcat's got supercharger, so you can't really like if you had a one that's like a naturally aspirated 6.2 or 6.4 Dodge, then it wouldn't stand a chance against that. But if you took that 572 and you put that same supercharger on top of it, the same style supercharger as the Hellcat, then you're going to be up over 1,000 horsepower. So
I get it, but the price tag is what I'm looking at. I mean, they would probably want like 150 grand for that truck, and if you look at it, it's got a 572 SS big block in it. I can buy that right now out of a Jake's catalog for 15 grand for my S10.
Oh, yeah.
And have a 700 and something horsepower 572 big block with
this
like a 2-year
fuel
warranty.
injected 572.
Yeah, but then again, look, it's a 9.4 liter too, so it's not like you're just running to the store to get smokes or something with it. You're like, dude, this thing drinks gas just turning it on. Holy shit. 9.4, but
pretty cool though.
The Copo's always fetched great money, man. Have you seen a picture of it?
Yeah, I saw a couple pictures of it. I have to put a picture
Yeah, I
up.
put one of them up, man. I haven't even seen a picture of that yet.
Yeah.
You know. So tell me about this other thing I see you got wrote down here. Why are the Bills threatening to move to Austin, Texas? But why they running?
No, it's because of well, you see, Buffalo Bills are threatening to move to Austin, Texas. I was just thinking it'd be, you already got two Texas teams. You got Houston Texans, you got Dallas Cowboys, right? So if you put another team in Austin, Texas, then it's too much NFL in one state,
Yeah.
But the Bills are threatening to move there because of things with the fans and the NFL and how they
Are they wanting a bigger stadium or some shit? What do they want?
I think it's about like it's about the fans and how many fans they got there, and how much money the NFL's I guess charging them or whatever, the
Oh, okay.
franchising and all that.
Yeah.
But I just thought it was interesting. But yeah, also like I've been waiting for this a long time because COVID really put a damper on a lot of production and film and TV and stuff.
Yeah.
But finally, Walking Dead season 10 released, and I just burnt through every one of them.
I can't do it, bro. It's not even close to the original Walking Dead anymore. It's so far fetched, different, like
All right.
ninth story trail we're on now. Man,
I hear you, man. As a walking,
I mean, I'm probably
I've been
gonna watch
watching.
it,
I've been
but-
watching it from the beginning, and I feel the same way. There's
So have
some
I.
seasons that were shit. There's some episodes that were shit. There's a lot of talking and talking and talking. But the cool thing about it being on Netflix and being on TV is you can fast forward that shit.
Yeah.
So I will fast forward through all the long talking parts that I don't want to hear about, and then I'll get back to the action.
Well, that's what I'm talking about the most. Is the storyline has been so skewed and turned and twisted.
It kind of got better in season 10. That's why I'm bringing it up. Season 10 really brought out some key characters, and one of them is Negan is coming around to being a good guy, and probably being one of the major showrunners for the next season. And you got Maggie comes back. You got Daryl's still kicking it. There's a lot of backstories in it, so there's a little bit of because in between I think it was season 9. It was when Rick left the show, right? And when Rick left the show, there was a gap of like I think it was 6 years, right? And that's when you see Judith pop out, and she's this little kid that's just slaying zombies with a sword and shit.
This is one of the trails we're talking about.
So it's like it left a lot open about what happened in those years, right?
Yeah.
So in this season, they kind of went back on that, and they explained some of the things that happened with, Daryl and Carol and
I know, man,
all
but
of them. So it kind of brings things into perspective. Oh, and Alpha and Beta, you've seen these enemies that were on the show. They, in the last season, they came out as the Whisperers, right?
yeah,
And they're just these guys that walk around with the zombies and act like zombies.
yeah.
All right, and one of the guys is Beta, right? And it is played by Ryan. I think it's Ryan Durst from Sons of Anarchy, and I really liked him in Sons of Anarchy. And he came to the show. I was like, hell yeah! So so he was. It came out that in this season, spoiler alert, that he's a country music singer, and after the
Is he any good?
like, well, not for real, but in the
Oh,
show he was like
okay.
a fucking Toby Keith or something, right?
okay.
And after the zombie apocalypse came, he became this Billy Badass, right? And then he saw like his records on a wall of this place that he found, and he started smashing them and shit. and it's funny. And another spoiler: when fucking Negan kills his ass, he pulls his mask off, and Negan's like, "Do you know who the fuck that guy is?" and Daryl's like, "Yeah, nobody."
Damn it, boy.
So I guess he didn't like him too much.
I always wonder if all these post-apocalyptic movies are secretly just training everybody how to act in these situations when
yeah.
the world goes to shit. Why does it always have to be doom and gloom? I don't get it. If the world ever goes to shit, people, you know what you do? You go back to fucking working. We figure out what the hell we need. Okay, you start growing this shit. Go get this shit over here. We get this shit. We hang out. We live. But no, everybody's like, no, we rape, we pillage, we burn it all.
Well, I don't know if you noticed yet, but yeah,
I
the
don't
world
get
has
it.
gone to shit,
It is,
motherfucker.
well, motherfucker, it's going to shit. The people in charge now.
is going to shit, People are in charge. The pandemic, the shortages and shit. Like right now, lumber prices and fucking gas prices and food prices are out there. It's crazy, man.
I swear to God, they keep putting these presidents in right here, especially with this Biden dude, to just see what kind of shit they can get away with. They're like, let's put some dude that can't even finish a single sentence up there and see if they'll actually go for it. And they're like, look, he's the fucking president. And
It's
Joe's
amazing
over
how many people
trying his
give
best.
away their rights for nothing.
You know what's so funny about Joe's? If you listen to some of his stumbles, he tells you the shit like he shouldn't tell you, and then he tells you like, no, don't listen to that.
Yeah.
I meant, yeah, we shouldn't do that.
That's why I like this guy Kyle Dunnigan so much. He does impressions on YouTube of Joe Biden.
Yeah, it's fucking hilarious, man. If y'all haven't checked him out, check him out. He is hilarious with
Kyle
that shit.
Dunnigan.
Oh my God, he's hilarious.
He's got his own channel and everything.
Dude, I went down his rabbit hole. I'm sorry, I did. He's funny as fuck, man.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So what's new in tech, man? You got some tech topics?
Yeah, I was reading this funny article about this Nikola electric truck company. They make electric semi-trucks and they make damn electric pickup trucks. Well, I guess the owner, a guy called Trevor Milton, 39 years old, is now being accused of falsifying that he actually had a working semi-truck.
Yeah.
They said that he had hidden wall sockets in the truck where it was being charged. It was towed everywhere it was supposed to be. And then the only footage they have of the thing actually working, they actually just rolled it down a hill. It didn't actually have a working electric. And he's trying to sell this to people. And he's got millions of dollars invested in all this,
So
and he's
fraud.
actually it's fraud. And he's in court and in some deep shit over it. And I'm like, this dude literally faked an electric working truck. It's like, bro, why wouldn't you just finish the fucking truck? And
Well,
wait
I
till
can
it was
see
working?
that. Like, say if you start working on a project, let me be the devil's advocate here. Say, if he started working on this project, right, and then he goes and he's already got investors and he's already got millions of dollars in the account, and and then he finds out that, oh shit, this ain't going to work. Maybe he's out there just trying to find workarounds to make it work until
I'm
he figures
sure
it
he's
out.
stumbling like crazy. I'm sure he's tried all kinds of different shit to try to make this work, but it seems like he's hit a brick wall. He seems like he just can't get it to actually work, and now he's fucked because he's got probably, I don't even want to know. I should check the article out more and see, because they didn't tell how much money's actually people have invested in his companies, but they said it's in millions, man. But isn't that funny as hell? This dude's literally making big promotional videos about this truck, trying to sell it to people and shit, and they're literally just rolling some broke ass truck down a hill. Like, look, it's electric and it works.
That's why you can't really trust somebody that comes out with something new all of a sudden, and then they got to be vetted first.
Yeah, let's do what we always do too. Let's get into some UFC news like we always do, because I seen this other post fight conference they were having with Sean Strickland. He just got done knocking out Uriah Hall, and he was telling the damn press how he would actually like to kill someone in the ring.
Yeah,
That he said he would enjoy killing someone in the ring, and that he'd tell the cops sorry if the cops got involved with it, but he's not liable for it. But he just thinks it'd be a fun thing to do, is what he says.
I just think this shit talking is getting out of control. Man.
It's probably just shit talking is the way I'm taking it too. But imagine we get that guy though. It's like, man, I'm not here for a paycheck. I just want to see if I could literally box someone to death.
And then
in
he kills
25
somebody
minutes.
in the ring, and he's like, oh shit, what the fuck did I do?
Right. I mean, what is he expecting if he actually did murder someone in the ring? He's like, he's the king.
It's like,
Everybody
oh
just
yeah,
carries him out now.
Praise this guy.
It's like,
now.
oh my god.
Now that he
murdered.
said something about it beforehand,
And it's happened many a times before. I'm sure there's been plenty of fighters that have been killed fighting, and we've never heard about it. I'm sure there's been all kinds of crazy ass karate shit in Thailand and everything else, Muay Thai fights, and you don't hear about that shit. Oh, I'm telling you, dude. You think Fight Club was actually just some bullshit movie? Come on, man. Some of these dudes in UFC and shit look like they were in a fight club. They're like, I know where you learned how to fight.
Well, UFC 265 is this weekend, so we'll check that out.
Hell yeah.
Probably report on that for the next one.
Might as well.
But yeah, so you got, what about this California bacon shortage?
Man, because of this Proposition 12 Act that they got on these Animal Rights Act, people require more space for the animals, for pigs, for chickens, and for veal calves. They're wanting farmers to make their farms bigger so these animals have more room to roam and shit. And I kind of get that. But at the same time, I was just telling B-Man, like, okay, if we all just agreed today to stop eating a pig right now, okay, what the fuck is a pig going to do? They tear shit up. They're going to go right back to being a feral pig that's running around with all those crazy ass pigs, rooting up shit everywhere, destroying farmlands and shit all over the place.
We still have to kill them.
And we still have to kill them. So, I mean, I don't get it, man. But at the same time, this is the food we eat. And I don't want to see a farm where I'm looking at 10,000 pigs and they can't move. That is kind of fucked up. But actually, it's actually a big thing because I've read this whole article. In California, produces 45 million tons of pork a month.
Yeah.
They consume 225 million tons of pork a month. So now with this requirements, these farms were supposed to make bigger, adequate spaces for these animals and shit. And that's why this is even a story, is because most of the farms didn't. So I guess these farms are going to be shut down or regulations imposed on. I don't know what the hell they're going to do, but they're saying that California is going to face a giant bacon shortage, shortage. Restaurants probably won't be able to get it either. And I was like, what? Really? No bacon in California? Dude, I'm not going to California. I'm sorry.
It just shows that most of these shortages that we see, they're all human made.
Yeah.
It's somebody making a bad decision, or somebody making, in this case, it's a bad decision.
Yeah.
And and I'm against factory farming. I don't like the way, I've watched the documentaries too. I don't like the way they handle shit.
Right.
Maybe there's a better way they can handle shit, but you can't just stop shit altogether, and then you don't have a product that everybody wants. And you're probably going to have bacon that's going to come from other places go into California, and but the price is going to go up there. It's just going to cause more problems. I mean, maybe if they instead came up with a law that like gradually changed things instead of changing things all at once, it would be a lot better. But these people don't want to do that.
Well, that and the government land grabs. I mean, if the government would just back the hell up and give people land back and a lot more land, you'd see a lot more farming. You'd have way more production and stuff. But no, all because of bullshit regulations, farm grabs, land grabs. I mean, they come up with an excuse for anything to take your land nowadays. It's crazy, man.
Yeah, we'll just more and more regulate. We just need more government, is what they say.
That's it. That's all we need all the time, people. Just more bullshit all the time. How about just
adding on the stack of bullshit we got already?
How about just defend your country like you're supposed to and back up because you're standing on our dicks?
Or let people do what the fuck they want to do.
Seriously, man. I mean, if you're not raping, murdering, and pillaging people out here, you're good, honest, working people. Isn't that what everybody's just trying to do? Trying to make the place a little better every day and do your part. Raise your family and enjoy the shit you like, but instead you got these people trying to make us all fucking slaves like this 2,000 years ago. And we're all supposed to be slaves now, and that's what they want. Dude, them days are over, bro. I'm telling you, fuck it. I hate to be like that, some conspiracy guy, but that's the way I feel nowadays. I love my freedom so much, and dude, they charge us for everything, motherfucker.
Well, there's a difference between freedom and liberty, right? You got freedom.
No, there's a difference between freedom and slavery. There's no freedom anymore. I mean, your paycheck's taxed. Everything I buy with that son of a bitch is taxed. My property's taxed. That's already been bought and paid for. The house. I mean, it's insanity, dude. If they just backed up, let us all live, man, they'd be like, holy shit. Have you seen how much shit's actually been being built lately? Have you seen how much production's I mean, man. But this is how it goes in our reality that we live in now, people. It's like, no, make them our slaves, then they'll hate us and we'll really get the job done. Yeah. I don't know.
Let's back off a little bit and talk about these Google time crystals.
Dude, these shits are cool, man. I don't even know. I'm not even a nerd like this, but I was looking at this article the other night and it was talking about quantum computers and what you need inside a quantum computer. And Google says that they might have created these things called time crystals. It's an essential element. Literally, I mean, I'm not even going to explain it, man. I'm just going to let y'all watch the video.
Let's watch the video.
I'm not even explaining that.
Comment on this video, huh?
And go full screen, man.
All right, let's see what this is all about. Inside of a computer, huh?
Yeah, they're for quantum computers.
Okay. Yeah, if you already lost me here.
Dude, it's super dark. I know, just read it, though.
All right, so, okay.
Which means it can move from one thing to another without ever expending energy or ever requiring energy to do it. So it can do it forever.
Okay. Oh, okay, I got you.
So now you put that into a warp drive or something, like they're trying to tell you here. Like right there for like teleportation, they were talking about this could be the key to making warp drives. Because if you can build a working quantum computer that makes, that's stable and coherent, like they're saying right here, that it might actually be able to answer you questions on how would you make a warp drive,
Yeah, but at the same time, this is how this is how we're gonna mess up our time, in space and shit.
Motherfucker,
They're
it's
gonna
coming
open up
whether you like it or not.
Yeah,
I'm not even gonna argue
these
anymore. It's
guys are
coming.
gonna open up a black hole, and we're all gonna go into it, and it's probably how it's supposed to be. I mean,
Did you
maybe-
notice the name on this we're watching? This is Google shit, dog. They got billions. These
Yeah.
people are probably got miniature suns in their basement right now, powering their houses. Like, man, don't tell anybody.
Yeah.
You know?
So it's all theoretical right now, but it's breakthroughs that are leading up to this. So
Well, right now they think that they've created this, but it hasn't been peer reviewed or anything like that. So until then, like right here, like it's telling you that. Until then, it's not actual science or nothing. But I don't
Yeah.
put it past them, dude. I mean, these people have billions of dollars. They're constantly trying to be innovative tech. I mean, it's coming
all
sooner or
right,
later.
what's
People,
up?
some
I'm here
weird
with my
shit's
friend
gonna
Harland
happen.
Martin.
But
and
the
so
rate
what's been
at
going
which
on,
everything's
man?
going now, I was talking with
Shoot,
B-Man earlier, dude. It
it's
really seems like
working
technology is
mostly.
moving now,
Yeah.
people, ain't it? I mean,
Yeah.
this shit is starting to pick up.
You
I
had
thought
a,
my
well,
grandkids
actually
might
heard
actually
part of
see
an
some
audio
warp drive
that you
shit,
did.
but
What was
dude,
it,
me and you might be 75 on the
was
front
an
porch and hear a
audio
headline
show or
talking
something
about
like
the
that.
first working
Right, it's
warp
just
drive
like-
was created today by NASA, they say.
YouTube.
Although we lost the blueprints
They
because they all
still under
disappeared and the
stuff
building
straight.
disappeared.
All I want is my jetpack, dude.
Oh, yeah,
that's what I
right.
I've
call
been
it.
watching these TikTok
Everybody
videos
for the
about
rest
this
that
guy
I
in a
do have the
jetpack.
files.
Yeah, man.
And it's pretty badass.
Yeah,
And
man.
I just want my jetpack.
Yep.
My
Jetpacks
jetpack,
are
I want the
sick.
flying
It's
car.
on the radio.
and-
I want that
Oh, no,
flying
no, no, it wasn't
motorcycle.
on
That's
the
all I
radio.
need.
Yeah,
You can have a
flying
jetpack. I like the
motorcycle.
motorcycle, man.
I have a jetpack motorcycle race.
But the jetpack is the coolest, though, ain't it? Because then you can fuck with people in high-rise buildings downtown in Columbia. Just literally just float up to some lady's office window while she's losing her shit.
Yeah. Well, hey, let's take a break and we would bring back Harland Martin for the show.
Yeah, right, man. We haven't talked to Harlan in a while. We want to see what he's been up to and everything, and find out if he's been doing anything new. So yeah, let's check out and see what Harlan's doing.
Man,
All right.
this guy's fucking pretty good at this shit.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Definitely appreciate it. That was a lot of fun. I had such a blast doing that.
Yeah, well, I was gonna ask you like what kind of stuff you've been getting into lately. What you watching on TV?
As of right now, we just finished Loki like last week or something like that.
Yeah.
And past that, not too much. I mean, I watch my weekly anime shows when they come out.
Oh yeah.
That's about it.
Okay. Yeah.
What anime you watch?
We do right now. What's coming out? One Piece, My Hero Academia, and
Yeah, I think my daughter watches that.
You
one.
watch any anime? Your daughter does?
I watch it with my daughter.
Does
she
she?
loves
She likes it? Yeah.
But
Yeah.
she's in
Yeah,
there
they got-
watching
they
it
got
right
some-
now.
they got some pretty dope shows, man.
I know
Yeah,
your
I'll
daughter
watch
likes it
anime.
because her Xbox avatars.
Yeah. She got a ton of them. You see, when anime first really came out in America, right? I was kind of like in my teen years. So like, or I don't know if you would consider Pokemon anime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
is.
So Pokemon came out when I was a teenager. My sister watched the show and she was 2 years younger than me. She would watch the show right before we got on the bus to go to school. And I saw it and I'm like, man, that's the stupidest shit I ever saw. Because I'd be watching like, but then at the same time I'm watching SpongeBob SquarePants and Angry
Right.
Beavers and Family Guy and
Yeah.
fucking all this other shit. But and then I used to work at a air conditioning install crew, right? And these guys I worked with, they were into anime hardcore, right?
Oh, yeah.
And this was like in 2004, right?
Okay.
So back then we didn't have Netflix or nothing like that. They had a DVD player that they kept in the truck, and every break they would go out to the truck and they'd watch anime, and they would put on something, and they were deep into it, like the deep cut anime stuff,
I mean,
right?
if you're spending your lunch break like anime,
like-
yeah,
Like
you're deep.
OG weebs, man.
Yeah, and they would
D&D guys.
well, they'd be playing. See, they had a portable DVD player, so they'd sit there. They'd be
Okay.
playing it while we're rolling down the road to go to a house,
Damn.
and we'd stop, like stop in the parking lot, and you see, we were kind of like on our own because we were we were the crew, right? They'd have
Yeah.
other crews there, but there was no supervisor on deck, right? We were the crew, So instead of like going straight to the job, they would sit there and watch the show for 15 minutes, and I'm sitting there like, what the fuck am I supposed to do?
Enjoy your lunch break, man. You know? Damn.
So I watched a little bit of it. I like the one with the Toyota. What is the one with the Toyota, the 86 Corolla?
Man, I can't help you. I'm gonna be honest.
know.
I'm not an
That's
anime guy.
terrible.
I'm sorry.
I'm terrible at this.
Not that I don't like anime. I wasn't watching that when I was a kid.
All right, give us your top 5 animes.
Here we
Oh
go.
goodness. One Piece is my number one.
Mhm.
It has almost 1,000 episodes, and I have to say, like, whenever I caught up, there was probably about 850 episodes, and it took me like 4 to 5 months to watch it.
Yeah.
I was literally waking up, watching it at work, taking a shower, watching it.
Cross-eyed with it.
It was a feat. My Hero Academia is fantastic. Black Clover, Shield Hero. Oh God, this is hard.
And is this all on TV, or do you have to look for anime? Because that was another big thing. Anime wasn't like everywhere on TV as a kid. You could find
You had to find
Thundercats
it.
and
Right.
Smurfs and stuff like that, but anime
Right.
was like one show buried in with like 15 others, you know?
So
Yeah.
so there's actually 2 apps. There's Funimation and there's Crunchyroll. We have both in this house because there's some things that Funimation gets that Crunchyroll doesn't, and vice versa. And there is a plethora of anime. Funimation would cater more towards you because I doubt you want to listen to Japanese and read the show as it's
I
happening.
think that's the real turnoff for me is the reading part while I'm watching the show.
Right. Well, that's why I recommend Funimation for you, because they do a lot of the English dub.
Yeah.
And if you want a show to get into and y'all aren't anime lovers, 100% will get you hooked. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Oh yeah, I remember. I've been watching Full Metal Alchemist for a while now because it used to came on Adult Swim, and I would watch it with all the other Adult Swim shows.
Right. And I will tell you right now, buddy, that show will hurt you soul.
Yeah.
It will hurt you. It gets you in the feels.
Especially all the metal stuff they do, like when they're playing the guitar and stuff. I'm like, man, I wish I could play that fast.
It's Full Metal Alchemist was. If you want to start watching anime, I advise that one.
Yeah.
Might have to check it out.
Yeah. Well, I get into, me and my daughter, we watch this stuff together. She likes, My Hero Academia, but then I can't.
That one's just fun.
I mean, she shows me so many of them. Like one of them it has something to do with a sport. But they're all on
The
Netflix.
volleyball one, or
Yeah, Sword is in the title. I know I'm saying that wrong. Sword.
I don't know, man. I told you. I'm
A
lost
sword?
on this, dude.
Sword.
Sword in
no
the Sloan.
There's so many anime. There's thousands, hundreds of thousands of shows.
Yeah. Well, what you still doing? What other voice acting stuff you got coming up?
As of right now, I don't have anything lined up, unfortunately. I'm working on a couple of things for my own adventures. I'm actually being like an uber nerd right now and learning Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
Just so I can start doing like Twitch videos and stuff like that, and
Oh yeah.
There you go.
maybe even do a D&D podcast. That way I can DM and show my range
Yeah.
of what I can do, my storytelling ability, my different voices, all of that. And I figured D&D would be the best outlet for that.
Yeah. Krakauer's on Twitch too, so
Yeah, yeah.
he does.
Yeah, man, if
what do
y'all
you
ever
do,
wanna-
Apex
y'all-
Legends?
Apex Legends right now is what I'm gonna grind.
If y'all ever want to play some Dungeons and Dragons, let me know.
Hey man, I can totally play that voice too. Like, hey guys, I want to play. Anybody see my Elven mange? I got you, dog. We can go.
Be surprised.
And then I can get right into the wizard. 'Cause I always done
Dungeons
that
and
too.
Dragons is like it is transformed from what
That's that
we
new one
knew
that just
back
came
in the
out,
day.
right?
Dungeons and Dragons been out since like the 80s.
Yeah, but they have a revised edition that just came out.
Yeah,
to
the 5th
PC
edition.
and everything. Yeah.
Oh, no, the game. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the
Yeah, the
game
game.
itself, which unfortunately I heard was garbage.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Do you game at all?
Oh yeah,
Yeah. I
oh
didn't
yeah.
know if you were playing that or
I might play too many video games. Some would say.
not.
Yeah, what games you been into lately?
Right now I'm playing Tribes of Midgard.
Oh yeah.
That one, you either love it or you hate it. It's a different game that I've ever played.
What's it about?
Basically,
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
all you have to do in the game. So whenever you join a server, you and 9 other people have to rebuild and protect this village in Midgard from nightly attacks. And then I think about day 3, a Jotun is summoned into the world, which is a giant. And if they make it to you have to go out and find them, meet them, and try to kill them before they can make their way to your village and destroy your part of Yggdrasil, which is the world tree.
Oh, okay.
And I think it goes up to 100 rounds. I don't know. I have never made it that high. The highest I've ever made it was 16.
Damn.
But it's
Dang it.
a fun game.
What's some other games you've been playing?
I play a really dumb battle royale game called Realm Royale. It's amazing, but it is so dumb. I love this game. So like, like in PUBG or something like that, when you get knocked down, you can crawl around and hopefully get saved. Well, in this one, whenever you get knocked, you turn into a chicken. And you can run around as this freaking chicken, jumping and trying to bob and weave through houses and stuff, just trying to because you have I think it's 12 seconds to turn back into a human.
Yeah.
So you have to survive for that 12 seconds. And then you can pop back into your human form and keep going.
Yeah.
But
You're
it
scratching
is
eyes with chicken claws, man.
yeah, and you can attack. You can attack. I've
hilarious.
killed plenty of people in chicken form.
I've never played that game, but I have seen it in Steam and stuff. When I'm cruising looking at games, I've seen Realm Royale in there. Yeah,
I'm telling you, man, check it out. It is
I'm gonna have to check that out.
You never get angry at that game. At least I don't. It's so hard to get angry at it.
I mean, you turn into a chicken, man.
You turn into a chicken. So and there's different skins. Like one of my skins, my favorite skin that I have, he turns into a freaking hot dog.
Okay.
It is hilarious. You're just running around as a giant hot dog making these weird grunting sounds. You have a mustard thing going down your stomach. It is beautiful. It's like Sausage Party.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I remember watching that movie when it came out on Netflix. I was like, what the fuck is this?
I refuse to watch that movie. Absolutely refuse. I feel like
all
I
right,
would.
so you're gonna make a
brain
movie about
cells.
a bunch of things in the supermarket.
Yep. I
Oh,
watched it though, man. I had to. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, I can't say much because I like Aqua Teen Hunger Force, which is
I loved Aqua Teen Hunger Force, and I love Seth Rogen movies, man. I just
The
something about
sarcasm
it.
was good though. I hate to say it, it was.
Yeah.
If you watch the whole movie, man, the sarcasm was good for a tune-based movie,
Yeah. No, yeah, I like stuff like that sometimes. I mean, when it comes to Family Guy and Simpsons and things like that, But lately, I've been playing the same game over and over. World of Warships.
War of the Warships. Here we go again.
And it's nothing but Navy warships, and you basically got destroyers, you got battleships, you got aircraft carriers, you got cruisers. You don't just have American, you got American, Japanese, German ships, you got
German?
British
Nice.
ships, and you basically you hide behind rocks, and you take this. It's like a large map, and you start off one end and they start off on the other, and you got different ships have different abilities, like destroyers have like torpedoes and shit, and some cruisers have torpedoes. There's other cruisers that are the big heavy cruisers, just have shells you should shooting each other, but they're you get more damage out of them. But it's just gotten to the point now that you start out playing the AI, then you can pretty much bang up all these ships, right? But you start playing other people and you get higher in the class of ship, and these guys just decimate you.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It gets to the point where I'm like throwing the controller mad at shit, and just completely exiting out playing Minecraft, so I don't just so I don't
See,
get fucked up.
that's your problem. You're playing with a controller.
Yeah.
Get that
Well,
mouse and keyboard, baby. More
well,
accurate.
it's an unfair advantage, right? Because people mod out their controllers, they mod out their Xboxes, and some of these cross-platform games, like say one guy will have a PC like that, they spent 5 grand on, and they can just like they're so quick with everything that their commands are quicker, and everything, their accuracy is better. And I'm over here with just like an Xbox with a regular controller, and I'm coming around the corner and I'm like, oh, I got this guy, and I start shooting him, and the next thing I know, I'm destroyed because they hit me with one salvo, and it just takes all of my health, and then another guy comes around the corner and gets me. So
Not
It
always
don't
that though.
take
It's like
five
you
grand
said.
to
It's
get a good computer, right?
yeah.
it's also pay to play though. There's a lot
Oh
of guys
yeah.
on controller that spend $5,000 on that game. They're like,
Yeah.
I'll spend every dollar
Like
just to
I
beat you.
haven't spent anything on this game, and
Yeah.
and that's I spent maybe $20 just because I was curious and wanted to get a different type of ship, right? And there's a lot of ships that you can buy on the game, but if you look at the price of what it takes, like they call them doubloons, right? Is like the money in the game,
Yeah.
but
Doubloons, gold doubloons, huh?
so ten
Doubloons.
thousand doubloons is like $80, and that's how much
Damn.
a ship costs. I'm like, I'm
Jesus.
supposed to pay $80 for this?
$80 for one ship in the
Yeah,
game.
and it gets worse than that. And I'm like, so I'm over here just toiling in the game just to get my shit, and still getting rocked the whole time. So I mean, that's why I get so aggravated with it that I just turn it off sometimes. But I don't know, I have an anger issue anyway because of Call of Duty. So
Speaking
real
of ships, been playing that uh goodness. The heck's the name of that game? That one pirate game. The big
You ever
one.
play any Sea of Thieves?
There we go.
Is that what you're
That's the
talking
one.
about? Yeah, that's what I
the
figured
one.
you're talking about. You ever play that?
Yeah. Oh, we actually just started playing it. We found
It's
out
a
it's
great game, man.
cross-platform,
Yeah.
and I installed the Xbox Game Pass on my computer, and we've been hooking up. We got a whole crew going. We have been we've been murdering folk out on the sea. It's amazing.
Dude, that game is so fun. There's so many side quests too. Yeah, that game will keep you
It's a
busy.
huge game.
Yeah,
It is
it's a huge game for sure. Yep.
I just hate that it got such a bad rep at the beginning.
Yeah. No,
But
I
it seems
enjoy
like
it.
they fixed it.
My problem is I ain't never got no one to grind with. It's boring solo.
Yeah, hit me up, man. We'll play.
Hell yeah.
yeah, get your gamer tag out there. But yeah, you been doing anything else, man?
Um, we started doing like weekly Bob Ross nights at the house.
Oh yeah, you painting?
Hell yeah. We just sit there and get slightly intoxicated, but not on alcohol.
Yeah.
We'll pop on some Bob Ross and just start painting, man.
Yeah.
It doesn't look anything like Bob Ross does.
Are you
That's
doing
okay.
oil based though? Like real oil paints and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
No crap. Hell yeah, man. Everybody's
we
got
went-
their thing, man. You got to find something you like,
Yeah.
But that ain't a bad way to go because Bob Ross, I mean, who can't listen to that guy all night just chilling and relaxing?
Yeah.
Just pretty
Dude,
little trees right here.
That's all that's about, man. That's not like trying to acquire a new skill or anything like that.
Right.
My main focus right now is voice acting and creative writing.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been working on that too. I'm trying to get back into writing and
Telling you,
you
man,
know,
D&D, that'll
yeah.
help. I have made some characters.
Yeah, I've been working on this fantasy like novel for good 15 years now. And Ronnie remembers the early days of this. Of me like going all crackhead
You
and
still have them drawings of all those chicks and stuff you drew,
I
all
used to
those
have them.
people?
You remember all the shit I
Yeah,
used to
hell
draw?
yeah. Hell yeah, you did.
And then I'd hang them up on the walls and shit.
He
And
pretty
I'd
much
sit,
had a comic book back then.
yeah.
He pretty
That's
much did.
awesome. Why don't you do that still?
Well, the thing is, man, it's kind of like reality set in for me, and I had to get a job. And when I got a job, it was like I had to turn that creative side off. And then I ended up going into military, and then after that, I just kept on doing that. And the way been expressing my creativity over the years is through machining, and like making parts and stuff, and just making really good parts for where I work at. And like right now, I use a CNC machine, and what I do is write programs and do things to exact specifications and try to get things down to like the thousandths of an inch kind of thing.
Yeah.
And that way I can make a part that's damn near perfect every time. And I try my best to do that. And there's you come up with some problems here and there, and but overall, yeah, I want to get back into the creative side and start. I mean, these things that people keep coming up with nowadays, I'm like, nobody's really touched where I've been. 'Cause mine's kind of like a space odyssey, right?
Right.
And so I got two of them in the works. One of them's a space odyssey, and it's basically like if you were to put like you know mythological creatures in space, and like it's a whole different world kind of thing. And then I got one an idea that I've been coming up with that has to do with like uh, creatures that lived about 12,000 years ago, like right before the Ice Age. Because I got this theory that, there was a civilization before our civilization. Because after the Ice Age, we restarted civilization, right? And, you got the ancient Babylons and, all of these different groups of people that came about. But, like if you look at all of this architecture and artifacts that we have now, there's some stuff that's out there that suggests that we've been around doing shit for like 40,000 years, and
Yeah.
maybe even further than that, like Tales of Atlantis and Stonehenge and stuff like that. That's been around way longer. That's thought to have been around way longer than the Ice Age. So
Right.
my idea was kind of, getting on the tails of that, and like building onto that, saying that, oh well, like saber-tooth tigers and stuff would be in this, and giant Irish elk and things like that. So it's a progress. It's hard to get creative when you got to work 10 hours a day. So
Yeah, that's real.
Yeah, they suck the soul out of you, don't they?
They really do.
well,
really do.
man, I tell you, it's been good talking to you, man. And
Yeah, man, definitely.
yeah, and we'll bring you back on for some voiceovers pretty soon. And
Yeah, let us know when you're ready, man. Anytime.
yeah,
Anytime, baby.
we're gonna write some
Anytime.
new material.
All right, man. Yeah, sounds good to me.
All right, man. I'll catch you later.
All right, brother. I
good to see you,
appreciate you
man.
having me on. Hey, man, good
All right.
seeing you too.
All right, later.
See you, boys.
All right, that was our buddy Harley, and we're gonna end the show. You got any take backs for this episode, Ronnie?
No, man, it was a pretty good episode. And as always, I enjoy doing this, man. I like having fun talking. We've been knocking these out at least once a week, and
Yeah.
we're going to keep doing it, whether you like it or not. Like I said, just because, I don't know, man, it's kind of fun, Shit, and we got a lot of shit to talk about. Hell,
We've been doing this for 20
stories or
years
nothing.
without a recording device, and we should have been
Right.
recording this whole time. But, here we are now, and we're doing it. And if you want to check us out on our Facebook group,
Yep.
Rolling Road Podcast,
Instagram.
Instagram, you want to check out our Patreon account.
Any
Give
support
the show.
helps.
We'd
Yeah.
like to get some more microphones, get some more people up in here,
That's right.
and expand the show a little bit.
Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe on
Yeah.
YouTube. It helps us big time, always. And look forward to some future podcasts. I'm telling you, we're gonna do a fishing one. Maybe even the next
Yeah.
one we're gonna do. We're just gonna set up
Set
on
up
a
go
bank
fishing.
somewhere, drink some damn beers, and do a podcast while we're catfishing people. Why not?
Yeah.
Hell, it'll be like y'all hanging out, going fishing with us. So.
Yeah, we'll hook it up. But until then, take it easy.